Hey everybody, I'm Chrissy and welcome back to Photographer Life Check where we talk about all things image making. And today we have the illustrious Kreshonna Keane. Hey, 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 hey.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, absolutely. Before we get into it, like always, we're gonna jump straight into the photographer fit check. So Kreshonna, please let us know something that you wearing, why you wearing it.
So we're doing a little monochromatic look. I'm a mom now, so we got the belted look going on. But yeah, just something simple. The hat is Aim Leon d'Or or M Leon d'Or. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but love the brand.
Me either, but
Right? But yeah, just kept it simple today.
you love it. I love it. You look so gorgeous.
Thank you so much. So do you. Love the braids. We love the braids.
Thank you.
Mm,
Yes, the braids.
Get
This
into it,
braided
girl.
bald is by my girl Moji in Chicago. If you're in
Beautiful.
Chicago and you need your hair braided, you should definitely go see her. I
Yeah.
want y'all to book her, but not too crazy, okay? I need
Yeah,
to get back
right?
in.
You need to get in there. I feel that. I'm not gonna lie, I fake be gatekeeping my stylist, like my hair, my nails, my makeup, lashes. But I like to put people on too because they're amazing. When you find somebody great, it's like, let me put you on. So I get it.
Literally,
Yeah.
girl. So if y'all want to see Moji, that's keepitnaturalshy.com in Chicago. But
Period.
otherwise, I have on my plain tee from Zara. I'm obsessed with this version of a t-shirt right now. Like, it's so
Yes.
perfect. It's so cushy, it's so soft. I love it.
Love that.
Okay, let's get into the life check. So, for those of you that might not know, which I don't know how, because my girl shoots everything. Kreshonna is a photographer and visual storyteller from the Bronx. So, if you ever seen a brand campaign, an editorial, an event, a photo booth, you've probably seen her work. I mean, as you already know, at Photographer Life Check, the girls over here are equipped with accolades. And for example, in 2024, you were named Forbes 30 under 30 for art and style. Yes, yes, love
Thank
it.
you so
Love it.
much.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
You've done so many incredible shoots. I've been inspired by your work for a long time. So I really am grateful that you're here with us today. But I
Thank
knew I wanted you as a guest on the show, especially after I saw your transparency post on dealing with motherhood recently.
Yeah.
And actually, I'll show the first post I saw about it. One thing
Mhm.
I love about being in an online space is how open and honest some people are. And like, especially as a woman, I love having examples of potentials in womanhood. Like, for
Yes.
example, some of my favorite creators are women who are like in their 40s and 50s. So I see like what life can look like.
Yeah.
What are the options I have on there? You know what I'm saying? And when I saw
Absolutely.
your video about motherhood and I'll pull it up actually while I'm talking about it. You mentioned like, oh, that quote that we have where it's like, it's hard to go from this to this. And we see the trajectory of you like shooting all the time to now
Yeah.
going through the ups and downs of being a mom.
Yeah.
Where you are right now, I want to just celebrate you, especially because it's Women's Month. Shout out to Women's Month. Happy Women's
Shout out
Month.
to
And
women,
you talked about, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yeah,
Especially
shout
the
out
mother.
to us. No, for real. I really feel like you don't realize the depth of mother or of womanhood until you become a mother, you know? Like I feel like being a mother is like the true definition of being a woman in all facets. Like you really understand like what our bodies are capable of, what our strength is capable of, like how much you can really take on as a woman. It's crazy. It's crazy. Being a mom is insane. The craziest transition I've ever made in my life. Oh,
Yes, you'd
I
actually be
think.
the 3rd mom we've had on the show.
Yeah.
Um, a lot of people are concerned about how they will manage once they become a mom if they haven't been already, or were just thrown into the woes of it, once transitioning into motherhood, and how long they'll be able to create maybe while pregnant, how much of a break they can allot themselves during recovery and
Right.
dealing with all the challenges.
Yeah.
Um So I want to know from you where you are now. Like it's been a few months since, you freshly had your beautiful baby.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about where you are today in comparison to when you dropped this video and it was like, this is also fresh and new?
Oh, man. Well, I don't think I'm like fully out of the trenches yet, to be honest with you. It is still very, very hard to navigate. But compared to this video, I feel like in this video, I didn't have the slightest idea what my career was going to look like, what photography was going to look like, what the future was going to look like at all. I was just freshly postpartum and truthfully depressed. Like I'm not going to lie, I still am dealing with postpartum depression. It is very, very difficult. Um,
Yeah.
but now I've been so blessed to be doing things like this, like being open and transparent about my experience has opened up quite a few doors for me to be able to talk about it on platforms such as Adorama. I just had a panel with Adorama yesterday or the day
Hey.
before yesterday. Yeah, thank you. And being able to come on Black women photographers, which I've been a part of the collective for years now. It's really, really amazing to see growth in this season because like I said, I didn't know what this was going to look like. And I'm grateful to kind of be out of that. As beautiful as it was to like just have her and be in this little bubble, like I'm starting to transition back into me, getting back outside, getting back in front of people. I haven't really got back in, behind the camera yet. But I'm okay with that. I think like right now, just having conversations and kind of reminding people that I'm here has been great for me. And, I feel like the doors will open when they need to. But full transparency, I don't think I'm like fully ready to start shooting again. As I had mentioned to you before, I am breastfeeding. And as a breastfeeding mama, them babies, it's very hard to leave, it's really, really hard to lose her. So I don't fully think I'm healed yet, ready yet to kind of get back into the workforce, but I'm excited to kind of start having more of these conversations.
I really appreciate your honesty in that, and I'm glad. I mean, I guess I don't know if you feel pressured or not, but I appreciate witnessing you accept it, just
Mhm.
being like, "I'm not ready for that, and I'm okay being in this space right now."
Yeah.
Um, and
I'll be
with that
honest,
in
I'm
mind.
I'm not all the way okay with it, because at the end of the day, like we're entrepreneurs. Like I'm a full-time photographer. So it's like my bills got to get paid, and I miss shooting and I miss creating. Like, but what I will say is, and we'll probably get into this at some point in time later, I have been creating with my daughter, and that's been really exciting for me. Like I take a photo of her every day. I started a
What?
portrait series with her. Yeah, like I take Polaroids of her. I'm like every camera I can find around the house, I take pictures with her, and I'm trying to create like real tangible memories for her. Um, and I think like just photos that she could look back on and say, my mom dressed me up fly, or my mom took the best photos of me when I was little. Like that has been kind of feeding my spirit again and bringing me back to the reason why I even love photography in the first place. So that's been really nice during this season, even though I haven't been outside creating.
That's so beautiful. My question was gonna be, what type of creativity do you feel like you've been able to settle into
Yeah.
since having your baby?
Yeah.
And would you say it was that, like, just being able to create with her?
Absolutely. I dress her up in different things and I've been, yeah, just taking pictures of her every day and it's been exciting. I'm not gonna lie. Like seeing her grow and also just creating those memories with her. It's been great.
It seems like you also been able to lean into a creator bag where I've been seeing, like, videos, like, you had a partnership with, Printique,
Mhm. Mhm.
where you made a photo book with them. Is that
Yeah.
something that you feel like you wanna keep up even once you feel like you're ready to pick up your camera again?
Yeah, absolutely. To be honest, that's something I've always wanted to do, like content creation. I think we've kind of, as photographers, we've kind of been forced into that little bubble of content creation because of the way that like technology is moving with TikTok and Instagram, the reels, that transition from just being able to post photos to now having to create 30-second videos that are gonna go viral or whatever. It's like, it's such a hard space to be in when you're a photographer who just wants to appreciate photos, right? Like it seems as though nobody really appreciates just looking at a photo anymore. That's at least how I feel. So I've
Got it.
always said to myself, like, I needed to get into content creation. And I think now just being at home with her and having the time to do so, even though it feels like I don't have time, and I tell people this all the time, like, as a mom, we don't have the same 24 hours that everybody else has. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I wake up and I don't even remember what time I went to sleep. Like, it's, every day feels the same. It's all meshed together. It is insane. But content creation has been smoother for me now that I'm just at home thinking about and planning out and, like having the time to be able to do that. And so I do plan to do more of that. And that's also been like another stream of income for me, to be honest with you. Like, I started looking into like UGC content, being able to do affiliate marketing, things like that. And I've been so blessed to have like mom and baby brands reaching out to me to say, hey, we want to partner with you. Of course, I'd love to get some other brands like Printique, some photography stuff, or some things that are true to me and who I am outside of motherhood. But
Yeah.
partnerships nonetheless, we are grateful for them. And, the average millionaire has 7 sources of income. So I can't just,
Yeah.
hold on to one.
There you go. Yes. That makes me so happy too, because I think it's just a testament of the transition. One thing you
Exactly.
said was that, I'm still thinking and planning. And one of the questions I absolutely wanted to know, like, I assume there are plenty of moms in my life that,
Mhm.
I've seen mom brain very active, very like right in front of me. Like I know how it, although I'm not a mother
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
Um, but as a creator, like, I know it's just within you. So I
Mhm.
know you still have ideas brewing in the back of your head. And what I'm really curious about during like this time that's kind of like a break for you, from the work that I know of yours, it's quite varied. Like you shot quite a lot of different types of stories, a lot of different types of people.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if since being a mother, have you felt like the stories in your mind that you're ideating on or conceptualizing, have they narrowed at all? Like, are you like, actually, once I start creating again, I know exactly like these one or two things I really want to tell stories about? Or
Mhm.
oppositely, have they expanded? Are you like, now I want to get everybody in front of my camera?
Yeah. So, uh, where do I start? So the ideas that I have in my mind, okay, let me backtrack. So during this season, I've realized, like, I've done a lot of reflection, and I've realized that I kind of like unintentionally put myself in a box almost with my work. And although like you see variation, I see a niche, right? I see like the fact that I've kind of focused more on people who are in underrepresented groups or people who have different body variations and things like that. That's kind of like put me in a box almost, right? And at the start of 2025, I was reading The Creative Act by Rick Rubin. And I
Mhm.
believe every artist should read this book. It doesn't matter what your medium is, every artist should read this book. But it was kind of like challenging my mind to think about the projects that I've been sitting on for a really long time, things that I haven't put out yet because I've been so focused on like perfectionism or like it has to be right. The story has to be told the way that I envision it. And if it's not, I can't put it out. Right. And I had thought to myself, okay, I'm going to just start to release. I'm going to just start to put things out. Like if they do what they do, it is what it is. Right. And then I got pregnant and, my whole plan turned upside down. But as I've been reflecting on some of those things again, I'm realizing like I do still want to tell those stories because I almost feel like an obligation to, right? Like I started it, I told people, listen, I'm gonna tell your story, and I still want to do that. But at the same time, like I kind of want to still move with purpose, but also like get back to having fun, like creating just fashion editorials or things that, still with an aspect of storytelling, but like every project that I put out has such a depth to it, which is great. And I'm grateful that they've been like able to have longevity over time because of that, like because they have deep storytelling. But also, like, I just want to have fun, you know? So going back to your
Yeah.
question about like ideas, I really don't know what I'm ideating right now. Like, I think every day I'm just coming up with new things, writing down new ideas for content. A lot of it does involve my daughter, but also I am doing a bit of an expansion. I briefly mentioned, and when I mentioned it as a pivot, but I'm now mentioning it as an expansion. Um, I also do interior design, right? And
I
so
saw, and
that's
I was gonna bring it up because I
yes.
was like, "Where is this?" Yes.
Yes, it's nowhere yet, but that's intentional. That's very intentional. And also because, again, the perfectionism. I'm like, I have to have the right way to market this, to put this out, to show people. I don't want to create a separate Instagram for it because it's all me. Like, I still want it to be visuals by K. It's just a different form of visuals, right? Or visual arts.
Mhm.
And so I am expanding into that. There will be a lot more of that to come. Um, and yeah, that's kind of what creation will look like for me very soon. It's the interior design space, but from a photographer's lens.
I can't wait to see that
Yeah.
because when I saw that on your website, I said, "Oh, what is this?" Yeah,
Thank you. Yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting.
that's gonna be beautiful.
Thank you.
Speaking of, your work again, one of my
Yeah.
favorite things that stand out to me about your work is the richness in color.
Yes.
Um, I think you have such a gorgeous editing style. Can you talk
Thank
about
you.
your editing style a little bit and how you've grown
Yeah.
within it? And I'm gonna put it on the website.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so funny because I want to say I didn't recognize my style until like 2020. Like that's when, and I've been shooting for 16 years now. Like I've been a photographer for a really long time. But I wasn't able to recognize a style in my editing or in my work, in my portraits until 2020. And
Mm,
I've just always felt like a strong responsibility when it comes to shooting people of color, shooting Black people, making sure that our skin tones are true and that we are properly represented, right? Everybody who steps in front of my camera, they come with a sense of like vulnerability and trust. Like there's trust that's built between me and my subjects. And
absolutely.
I think they're trusting me to A, show them in the way that they want to be seen, but also like capture their essence, like their true essence, right? And I think like the warmth and the colors and the tones all play into that. So as far as my editing goes, like I try to make sure that I get everything right in camera first. Like lighting has to be on point, like composition has to be on point. I really try my best to do that in camera. And then once I'm in post, it's like skin retouching in Adobe Photoshop. And, you know, I might throw it in Lightroom to do a little bit of color grading. I do some color grading in Camera Raw with Photoshop as well. And then to be honest with you, I have a bunch of apps on my phone, like that I have my go-to like filters that I've created or presets that I've created from using different apps and things like that. But it really just depends on my vibe. But you're right. It does have like a kind of style to it as far as the warmth goes, and the tones. That is very intentional.
Yeah, it feels intentional for sure. And I love that you mentioned keeping black skin like the appropriate color. I think that's
Mhm,
so important as an image maker, as an
mhm.
editor. That's one of the most important things. Obviously, unless it's like an artistic decision, like you're very clearly intentionally altering the color of somebody's skin. Otherwise, we need to keep it where it's at.
Yes, exactly. And I'll be honest, like you don't see much black and white. I know you saw that one black and white portrait. I have a really hard time choosing black and white over color for this reason. My eye always wants to see color and I always want to like stay true to that. But there's so much beauty in black and white work as well because it allows you to see the difference between like contrast and highlights. And it also, I feel like it allows you to see depth in a photo. Like you see a lot more when you look at a black and white photo than you do color. Color just takes you all over the place visually, right? Um, but yeah, like I really try my best to make sure that our tones are true.
Yeah. So one of my favorite quotes I saw on your Instagram, says, "Life isn't about finding yourself, it's about creating yourself."
Mhm.
And I've heard and have different versions of this, like, I'm not discovering myself, I'm becoming myself, things like
Yeah.
that. And I loved seeing that on your intro post. I'll actually pull it up on your
Thank
intro
you.
post on your Instagram.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that right now in terms of the space you're in? What part of your life are you creating the most right now?
Ooh, I feel like this is so loaded with the season that I'm in because when I posted that, I think I was in like such a different space creatively. Like I said, this was the beginning of 2025. So I was locked in. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to make all of this content. I'm going to create the life that I want. I'm going to, and I think like that idea and that version of me doesn't exist anymore, to be honest with you. Like now that I'm a mother, I have someone else to think about. I have someone else's life to to think about, and I think I lost a lot of who I was, right? Becoming a mom, to be honest with you. This transition is different. It's different. It's different. Like I don't, like I said, I don't even know who I am anymore as a creative, to be honest with you. And I think I am kind of finding myself now. Um, I think I'm doing both, to be honest. I don't think I'm finding myself again because I'm not finding the same version of myself. I am creating a new version of myself, building a new version. But I think I'm kind of doing both in this season. And it's like, I don't know. I don't know what that looks like. I have no idea what it's going to look like. I hope that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. That's all I can say right now. I hope.
Oh, man, there's a light, there's a light. I
I
feel
hope.
you, and I'm
Yeah.
smiling right now, not because I don't understand, like, the weight of what you're saying, like, being in that part where all you can think about is your baby. She's still so
Yeah.
brand new, you're still
Yeah.
in transition.
Yeah.
Um, but I hope I can encourage you
Yeah.
to believe and know that this is you actively creating that next version too, even in the moments where it doesn't feel like it.
Thank you.
And it isn't all about resilience either, and I hope you can feel that. And that
Yeah.
might be hard to right now.
It is. It
I
is.
I I hope I'm not overstepping a boundary because I don't know you
Mhm.
personally, and,
Mm,
I can't speak to all the difficult times you've had, but just in the difficulty that I understand motherhood can
mm.
be, I recognize that you're in a difficult part of the transition,
Yeah.
but no need to hope about that light. The light is there,
You.
and it's shining.
Thank
It's
you.
shining right
Thank you. And
now.
thank you for saying that, like, as far as resilience goes, because this does feel, it feels like survival mode. It really does, like it feels like I'm thriving in survival mode right now. And yeah, that all I can stand on right now is my resilience and my strength, like that's all I have right now to get me through this. So thank you for that reminder. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. I needed to hear that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this feels like a good place to take a break, so we'll be
Mm,
right back. Today's episode is brought to you by Bridgesville Studios. Bridgesville Studios is a creative space where you can host your workshops and intimate events or plan your next photo shoot. This Latino-owned studio is located in the Pilsen neighborhood in Chicago, and you can find them on Instagram at Bridges Built Studios to book. Let's get back to the show. Okay, and we're back. So our next segment is definitely a fave. This one is called The Gear Don't Matter, but this is where we talk about our favorite pieces of gear anyway.
yeah.
So, just for some context, this is stemmed from the fact that as photographers or image makers, the first question non image makers are always asking us is, "What camera are you using?" As if
Yeah.
the camera took the photo all by itself.
Right. The photographer's most hated question.
You know? But
Yes.
I did still wanna honor the gear that we use because it is our tools and we cherish our tools. We take care of them and they help us do our job. So I
Yes.
wanna know what's your favorite piece of gear? It doesn't have to be a camera, but if it is, that's okay too.
Okay. I like that perspective. Favorite piece of gear. Huh. It's that's tough. I'm not gonna lie, it's tough because like I use so much. Like it's literally just whatever I'm in the mood to use in that moment. Of course, if I'm shooting like client work or events and things like that, I have my standard. I shoot with a Fuji film XH2. Yeah, sorry. Mom brain. Fujifilm X-H2, which is beautiful. Like I love it, love it, love it. The quality is great. Love that camera. But my favorite, I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm gonna just go with like a Polaroid. Like I really love Polaroids. I love the nostalgic feeling of them. I love the instant feeling. Yeah, yeah. Like I love it. So I think I'm gonna go with a Polaroid.
Love it. You can never go wrong with a Polaroid. Vintage, new, all that. I love Polaroids.
Exactly.
Beautiful. Our next segment is called Photographs Not Taken. This one is actually a fan favorite, which makes me so happy because it is one of my favorite segments.
Mhm.
This one, I would love to know what's a moment you chose not to photograph, but maybe wish you had. Now, context for that question, I would love to see, like, the images in your head that live with you all the time. Now, why you chose not to, it could be maybe you didn't have your camera on you, maybe
Mhm.
ethically you felt like it was less appropriate to capture it, but, like, now you live with the memory. I
Yeah.
would just really love to know, those moments where maybe you're walking down the street or you're in a park or something like that, even if you're on set,
Yeah.
you saw the image, but you didn't photograph it.
Hmm. I love this because there's so many moments, like
Tell me.
I've had a lot of moments because I've been in a lot of spaces, right? Like, ah, it's like, oh, it's so hard. I'm like, can I share this? I don't even know if I can share this. I've been in so many spaces. Ah, damn, this is a hard one. I'm not gonna lie. Not like I signed any NDAs or anything, but it's just a hard one to explain. Um, when I say that I've been in a lot of spaces, I mean like, let's say for example, with celebrities or like events that I've been to, things like that. Something that like a lot of people probably don't know about me. I'll talk about this a little bit. I used to be friends with Willow Smith, right? When I was 16, um, she was super young. I think she was like 12 at the time, but super wise, just ahead of her years. And we used to be friends, and we used to go out all the time. And we did take some pictures. I'll share some of them with you.
Oh,
Don't
me
show those, girl. Don't show those.
no.
But I think a lot of the spaces that I've been in with her, like being at Afropunk backstage with Queen Latifah and Will Smith and not taking photos of those moments. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really have much to fall back on. There's some maybe circulating on Tumblr or whatever, but I think some of those things I would have liked to capture more of. Also, like you said, there'll be times where like ethically, like you're in an event or a wedding or something, and there's just moments that like you realize like as a photographer, I don't know, there's kind of like a code, like unspoken code that we know, like, all right, it's time to put the camera down. Like this
Yeah.
is, you can't capture that moment. So I really can't pinpoint one, but if I had to, it would be like that season in my life because like I was so young and it was so like just exciting to like be
Yeah.
experiencing the world with her, like we were really good friends at the time. We haven't spoken in a couple years, not because of anything, but just time,
Yeah.
time and space. But yeah, I wish I had more of those memories.
I think that's such a good one because yours is more like an era, and
Hmm.
I do feel similarly, like, there are certain eras of my life that are less documented than others, and I'm like, "Ugh,
Yeah.
I wish I had some of those memories," especially, I'm sure I've forgotten plenty of the things.
Yes.
I
Or
appreciate
even, sorry, the fact that you say that now as an era, like if I can just talk a little bit more about that era,
it.
like the Tumblr era, like a lot of my photos, like when I when I started photography during that time, like my photos used to go crazy on Tumblr, like a whole bunch of, what was it again? Reblogs on
Yeah, the
Tumblr. Yeah. So like I wish I had captured more, but I'll be honest, like at that time I was 16 years old. Like my mom was like, you're not outside. I'm sorry. Like you need
yeah,
to stay home. So I wasn't really allowed out as much. So I'm grateful for what I was able to create because that really did kind of set the foundation for like my work now. Um, but
mhm.
yeah, like I wish I was able to create more and capture more of that era for sure.
True, true, true. Or even a
Yeah.
screenshot. We didn't have screenshots yet. Like,
Yeah.
I wish I had different versions of my Tumblr page and what it looked
Yeah.
like that.
You
Ah,
know? Right, technology.
okay, on to our next segment called the PLC playlist. We created a PLC playlist on Spotify, potentially moving somewhere else, but for now we're still on Spotify. So I
Mhm.
just want to know something you're listening to. So hopefully for the girls, we could play it while we on set. We add it to the vibe.
Every day I've been listening to this song called, This Chapter. I can't remember the girl's name. I'll send it to you after this.
Okay, cool.
But, um it's almost like an R&B gospel song, but
Mhm.
she's like her voice is so beautiful and it really does like something for my spirit. Like listening to that every morning right now, waking up, with my daughter, just starting the day, kind of just giving thanks for another day that we made it through another night. It's really beautiful to hear what she talks about God needs from her during this time, And I think like that's kind of what I'm like resting in. Like I realize now God is asking me to be still. God is asking me to have faith. God is asking me to trust his process and trust his vision and his journey for my life. And like I'm really having to just kind of step back, let go and let God. And like that song has been getting me through every single day. I'm not gonna lie, I listen to it every morning.
Yeah. Oh,
So
we're talking about Shavelle G.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Got
This
you.
chapter, right? That's the
Got
name of the
you.
song.
Yep.
Yeah. Mhm.
Adding it to the list. Thank you. You finna
Yeah.
give us a word on set. I love it.
Yes. Listen, that's the best way sometimes to start your day, man, with some praise and worship for real.
Truly.
Mhm.
Okay. Our last and final question. Shoot your
Yeah.
shot. Now you can take this and when whichever way you like, but
Okay.
who is someone or a company you would love to photograph or work for? So if you want to put it in the creator space, we could do like a collab or a partnership in the creator space. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm about to shoot a whole bunch of shots over here.
I got normal commitment
um,
with you, so please do.
Rihanna, come
Yes,
on over. Come on
Robin.
over, sis. Rihanna, we need you. Um, Damson Idris, we need you, right? Keke Palmer. I
Dang.
would love to shoot with like Choyce Brown.
True.
Who else? Coco Jones. Like, there's so many people. There's so many people right now Mufasa, come on over. Please, like
Awesome.
yeah, there's so many people that I would love to work with. As far as companies go, to be honest with you, I would love to, or not even just companies, but the types of spaces that I would like to see myself in. I would really love to like be on film sets, like filming shows, movies, things like that, like capturing more behind the scenes or stills for movies and, key art for movies and films, Netflix, those types of spaces I would love to be in.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Netflix, Monkey Paw, all the girls, I know you're listening.
Mhm.
And we need Kreshonna on set. We could do Key Art or BTS. And in fact, maybe you're filming something for Rihanna or Damson Idris.
Yeah,
Keke
yeah. I
Palmer.
also direct as well. So like, direction, we could do creative direction, we could do producing, we can do it all. We wear the hats.
So everybody listening, make sure you put your good energy together and send it all towards Kreshonna so we can get
Thank
this
you.
happening. We need her on set.
Thank
Everybody else do too.
you. Period. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for being here today. I truly appreciate you
Yeah.
and your time. Can you tell the folks where you would like to be found?
Yes. So I am Visuals by K on all platforms. TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn. I'm Kreshonna Keane, but Visuals by K everywhere. So follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. I'm just starting to kind of post on TikTok, so bear with me. We're getting there.
Mm.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And you can find me at Chrissy everywhere. That's QURISSY. And you can find us, Photographer Life Check, everywhere you get your podcast. It's literally everywhere. Make sure you subscribe, especially on YouTube and Spotify, because that's where you can watch us and see all of our beautiful faces and all the beautiful work we post. But if you're an audio only girl, we okay with that too. You can follow us elsewhere, like
Right?
iHeartRadio, Amazon, Apple, literally everywhere. Until next
Right.
time, y'all. See you later.
Yeah. Thank you so much.